Hello and welcome to Dream Team Coach TV, brought to you by Betway. I'm Sean Burke. Joining me this week is Andy Taylor, Nick Elliott and Graham Marshall. Coming up on this week's show.
That's the right length.
That's it! Oh! One would say knife through butter, right, Graz?
Andy obviously would still rather have Jimenez and his deflected goals, but you know,
Deflected goals.
I only recognise XG, so.
Fuck off, Andy.
You're going through it, son.
Yeah?
Oh! I celebrated. I don't want you to win.
It was a delicious weekend of Premier League football with a starter of Merseyside madness, a main course of Chelsea facepalm, and finishing off with an exquisite Spurs crumble. Compliments to the chef. But what made it all the sweeter were the muggy Spurs tweets from the first half when they were declaring Premier League glory. I mean, any favourites in particular, Andy, that you spotted?
I mean, there was a lot of. I think most of North London thought Spurs were winning it at one point, didn't they?
Yeah,
The league, not just the game.
Yeah, I think a lot of people would have thought that we had a good chance to win the game, but the league might be potentially a bit of a step too far, right?
I like the one
Not
that,
from my Twitter feed.
It was like Kane, game over.
Yeah,
There was one. I think I don't know who it's the Arsenal Fan TV equivalent, whatever that is. We Are Tottenham, I think TV. They were going mad, and I think one of them just said, the rest of the league, they fear us. Or something like
Yeah.
that. They fear us. We're back and all that kind of stuff.
My favourite one was, if we keep this fluid, tenacious attacking approach and solidify our defence like Jose is aiming to do, we will win the league. Now wait for it. This will not be a controversial opinion soon.
No, I think
He finished with that.
the key word in that entire sentence is right at the start. If.
Yeah. That's 2 letters, so quickly forgotten.
Yeah, so quickly forgotten.
So, Graz, you're a pessimistic Spurs fan.
we have
We've
already had a
discussed
bit of a chat
pre-show.
about this. Yeah.
I don't care how pessimistic you are. You must have deep down been thinking, "Cool, we're on for a good season."
I felt
here."
very
at
good.
half time. You were like,
I felt
I tell you what,
very good about that game, obviously, because you know.
throw Bale into the mixer.
That's all. It was all there. It was all lined up, right?
Yeah.
That first 15 minutes, we played so well, and I was like, I mean, we're carving through them. Like this against even a better side than West Ham.
One would say
be
knife
fantastic.
through butter, right, Graz?
One would. And he would. Like I was really excited about it, and I thought we were playing really well. And I thought, you know, West Ham were always going to come back into it a bit.
Yeah.
But I thought once we'd weathered that storm, the start of the second half, I really did not see it capitulating quite as badly as that. I think it might have been Danny Murphy said that the capitulation.
I think he's banned from this show, isn't he?
Oh, is he? Okay. Sorry. I think a BBC,
Yeah.
I think a BBC sort of pundit, unnamed as yet, might have said that it does take the gloss off of a great Harry Kane performance, right? Because it was a tale of 2 15 minutes.
For me, Kane's been the best player in the league so far this season. I know
he's top drawer.
I know we're only 4 or 5 games in or whatever, but yeah, like not just goal scoring, creating, dropping deep, passing, hold up play, even more complete than he already was. I think Andy obviously would still rather have Jimenez and his deflected goals, but you know.
I mean, just what were you feeling at when that Lanzini goal went in? Like, I want to get the emotions from a Spurs fan because I wasn't around any at the weekend. So.
You just want to talk to me a little bit.
No, it's just I want to just like how important was that goal?
I really like that. Did you see here? It was like the XG on his effort was like 0.01. So quite literally a 1 in 100 shot. Like when they say it's a 1 in 100 goal, literally quite well as close as they can guess it was.
We'd given away about 5 free kicks in that exact place just for Cresswell to get his eye in.
Yeah.
I really thought that last free kick that he took straight onto Souček or someone else's head. I did not see the Lanzini shot ever happening. How could you ever predict that?
That one. That's just an unbelievable goal.
Yeah.
You can't really do much about it. I think it's the fact. Also, like you say, you kept giving away silly free kicks.
Okay, let's put a pin in this chat for a few minutes as we have to do our 4 to score challenge. This week, our sponsor Betway has set us a heading challenge in honour of Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Basically, we have 4 attempts to head it into the Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Yes, we love a good pun on this show. And whoever gets the most wins. Let's see what happens. All right, well then here we are, we're good to go. We're going in order of whose club is highest in the table. And last I checked, I think that's Arsenal. So believe it or not, I'm actually an Arsenal fan. So right, we're going to get 4 goals to get it into the bucket, and if you will do me the honours.
Any good in the air, Sean, before you start?
I'm not exactly a big man up top, you know what I mean? So I'm more of a footwork guy, although I haven't demonstrated that.
As we've seen from the other channel.
Although you wouldn't know it from any of the football I've played.
So you think if Andy goes too high, you've got to jump on you, Ronaldo like Salmon Lee?
Yeah, I'll just keep going
Yeah.
until I clank my head off the
Okay,
roof.
yeah.
Right.
Right, let's go.
Okay, come on, Sean. Oh,
No.
it's straight back to him though. That's the right length.
That's it!
Oh! Come on!
It was the right length. Yes? No.
Back where it came from.
Back. Yeah? Yeah?
Gutted for the lad. Gutted for the lad. Channel Jimenez. Jimenez is great.
Channel Jimenez. Yeah. Do this
You
one.
might be right though.
I think it
Oh,
was.
again, you
I've got so much
Take a
power.
bit off it.
you're not. You're going through it, son.
Yeah?
Oh!
I celebrated. I didn't want you to win.
Yeah.
I just celebrated.
It's just satisfying to see it.
It is satisfying.
Oh!
Hey?
There we go.
Oh,
Need
he's
the warm
turned
up.
up.
3-er?
3?
Oh! Almost.
There's a lot to do now. A lot to do now.
do now.
2.
Okay, all right, okay. Glasses are off. That means he means business, but it also means a great excuse when I really cannot do this. Oh, slow.
So, left that
well,
a bit
I
short.
had to get into it. Yeah. Oh,
He's
off
up.
the post.
Oh.
You left the ground then as well.
I had to. I'm not very tall. He's aiming it at Nick's height.
Okay.
Oh,
That's in.
believed it.
It's a nice effort.
I've lost the. Sorry, you get it. I've lost the 2 now. I can't draw a level.
Let's see. Okay.
Can he get some pride back? No, he can't. Not even a little bit. It hit my nose.
All right, Nick.
Well, pressure on.
Two,
Here's a nice one. No variation.
two's a draw. Two's a draw. Just saying that.
Oh!
There we go. Pressure's on.
Come back to you.
Very close.
The tension is actually unbelievable.
This
is mental.
Right, one more to draw.
One to draw.
He's got it in him.
Did Nick equalise? Well, you're going to have to stick around till later in the show to find out. But in the meantime, if you want to do your own 40 score challenge, just head on over to Betway. Right, back to the football chat.
So we had Charlotte on the show last week, didn't we? Predicted that Spurs will win the league. So Graz, early doors.
I mean, she was like one step ahead, really, based on those tweets, right? Like she was.
Yeah, that's true, actually. That was
predicted that first half performance. I'd
before
say.
the 3 goals. Yeah.
What are you thinking?
I mean,
don't be pessimistic. Just
don't
go,
say don't be
go
pessimistic.
Go with your gut. Just go with your gut. Don't try and cover
Okay.
your tracks because we might see this in 6 months' time. I want to hear
I know I've
deep
got to edit
down.
this, so
I want to hear.
I've got to listen to it
I
a
want
load
to hear
of times.
Graz's deeper thoughts.
Top 4, I think is definitely achievable, and I'd like to say
It's going to happen.
it's going to happen.
Yeah.
And I think a cup, but I don't know which one. I would like
You've overstepped the mark now.
a
Told you not to get carried away.
A cup.
Well, what did you make of West Ham as well? I mean, they weren't actually bad. Like, we shouldn't gloss over that
I like
either.
him.
Yeah.
I like him. David Moyes is getting back to what David Moyes knows. He's just bringing in random kind of like European boys that we've never heard of, like Kufau.
Yeah.
Never heard of him. Looks solid. Like really, for £5 million. You got Villa spending 20 million on Matty Cash, and you got Kufau is probably twice the player for a quarter of the money.
don't like Matty Cash, do you?
I know. I like Matty Cash. Just don't like the price tag.
Yeah. And Ben.
Yeah, that's decent, I think. I mean, no, they started really badly, and everyone was a bit like, oh, this is classic West Ham. I think it's quite also, we often conflate like the business of West Ham, which I was still a bit baffled by, like the whole Ben Rama thing. Like, great player, don't get me wrong, I'd love to have Ben Rama, but like they sell Diangana and they say, oh, it's because we've got too many wingers. We don't want this guy.
That's embarrassing.
And there's like, we don't want this guy who's really good in the Championship, who's a winger, because we've got too many wingers. And then on deadline day, they buy a Championship winger who allegedly failed a medical, and they go, oh, we'll take him anyway. So where's the logic? And I say it might work out fine because Ben Rama's a great player, but like when you're the fans, you must be thinking they're making it up as they go along, day by day.
I forgot about that. That's actually mad.
Yeah.
They did literally say that. Yeah, we got enough wingers.
Yeah, but maybe that's the frustration, and maybe it's like if they stopped all the weird business and the kind of contradictions of logic and all that kind of stuff. If it was just a little bit better run, maybe they could be sort of Wolves level, like pushing towards top 6.
Cheers,
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah,
that's fine.
We are a little cut above.
Yeah. Speaking of Wolves versus Leeds, happened a few days ago, earlier this week.
Comfortable.
What annoyed me about it, though, and this is just separate gripe, was in the Premier League highlights packages, the goal was described as a long-range strike from Jimenez, which technically it was, but that was some deflection.
Yeah, but it was going in top right, and it just ended up going left.
No, he's going into Melier's hand, into his weirdly long arms. It was only a matter of time before we conceded a goal off somebody's top knot. Though. Like, when we put as many as we put out onto the field, it's just a matter of time. So we were asking for that, to be honest.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. As I said to Andy on WhatsApp after the game, I only recognise XG. So, thanks for the 3 expected points.
Spurs weren't the only ones with cause for concern, as champions Liverpool lost Virgil van Dijk to an ACL injury in the Merseyside derby. Calvert-Lewin scored again to equalise the match. He must have a pretty big head these days, which would explain how he's getting on the end of all of these crosses. But as for Liverpool and Van Dijk, is that Liverpool's hopes of winning the title again this year gone?
Done. Yeah, done for me. Absolutely
You can't
done.
understate how massive that is. Like,
Just like that one player, you think in
done.
that defence?
Done.
Too reliant
That's them
on him.
over, mate. Yeah, I mean, top 4 might be. No, I'm joking. No, I just think it is. What an influence he is on that team. Like Joe Gomez and Joel Matip. I mean, I think Fabinho's actually the best of that 3. If I'm quite honest, I think Fabinho's probably got to be first name on the centre half team sheet now.
It's got to show when he's like adapting to a new position, kind of like he's like more defensive minded midfielder, but still like it's not like central defence is his position.
I think what's concerning is that they were actually conceding goals anyway with Van Dijk.
Yeah.
That's the issue, is that I think they were struggling anyway. He was playing when they shipped 7 to Villa, and they had been conceding goals. So I think it's more of a whole defensive issue they got to look at. But it's going to be a lot harder to rectify that without this guy's been the best defender in the league for the last 2 years. Do you not think the reaction's been a bit weird though? To this?
In what way?
Well, the idea that like people calling for Pickford to be banned for as long as Van Dijk's injured, and
oh yeah,
it's just never how football's works.
No, you can't have preferential treatment just because it's the champion.
I mean, I don't think any of us think that wasn't a red card, right? I don't think that's a bold statement to say that, but to go after Pickford for anything more than that, it's just crazy, right? I mean, like.
It's a red card.
Yeah.
A flaw in the game how he's been allowed to stay on there.
Yeah, it's reckless. It's reckless, but like, in fact, someone did a good video of a great save that Nick Pope made a couple of years ago from Zlatan. Same thing where he's just like, he feels like he's got to throw himself at the ball, make himself big, which they teach you. It's just the difference was he wasn't as close, made the save, lands at Zlatan's feet. Pickford obviously trying to do the same thing. Execution isn't the same. It's bad. It should be a red card. But the idea, I don't know. Also, if you start going right, okay, now you're banned for as long as he's injured, you get into a real grey area. Like, what if we're running and I give you a shoulder to shoulder, and on your way down you do your ACL?
Yeah.
I mean, like,
you
have to, and then there's all the tackles in between. You have to start judging, because then you might end up with someone banned for 7 months who hasn't done anything that bad. So all of that stuff's a bit weird, I think, with Pickford.
I mean, the one I did see a tweet that resonated with me was just that if Kasper Schmeichel had done that to Dale Stephens, we literally I wouldn't have even known about it, I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't know whether it would have even made highlights on Match of the Day. Dale Stephens going off with an ACL. I don't think it would have even made highlights.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
That's the thing. It seems to be like, obviously feel bad for Van Dijk. You don't want to see great players injured for a long time, but there's definitely the reaction to it seems massively skewed.
We've got a big Premier League clash this weekend as Man United face Chelsea at Old Trafford. It is a clash of the legacy managers as Frank Lampard and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer face off to see just who can make a bigger joke out of their former club. But to start off this section, we're going to play a game called Name That 11, where we look back at a classic fixture between these two sides, and I'm going to quiz you guys on the details.
Heyday.
Yeah.
So are you insinuating that it's not the fixture that it once was?
Absolutely, yes. Especially when you compare it to this fixture, considering how much was at stake. Does the date 26th of April 2008 mean anything to you?
Champions League final?
No,
2008.
no, it's a league match. It's a league match. The result was 2-1.
About 2 weeks before they met in the Champions League final. You've gone for a slightly less important game, but like, what can I say?
I was like, yeah.
You're an innovative quizmaster.
The result was 2-1, right?
Yeah.
Does anyone want
Okay.
to guess who it went towards? Chelsea, Man United? And this was the end of the season. This is like three matches away from the end of the season in the league.
I mean, it's 50-50. I don't want to agonise about it too
actually,
much.
I think I can remember
And this is a draw.
who scored
Yeah, that'll be.
for one of the teams.
All right, okay.
I think Chelsea won, and I think Ballack scored both of them.
Very good shout. You're absolutely spot on. It was 2-1 to Chelsea.
Okay.
I know. Ballack scored both goals. I almost forgot he played for Chelsea in a weird way. It seems like such a long time ago.
It is a long time ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, he scored 2-1, and that took them level with Man United with 2 games left in the season. So they were first and second, respectively.
Big game.
So what happened in the league there?
United still won.
United.
So what you saying is it meant nothing?
Yeah, it meant nothing.
Oh,
but,
okay,
it made
yeah.
it spicy towards the end.
Yeah.
Do you want to guess who was on the bench for United? Somebody
On the bench.
Some guy who's been completely forgotten about.
Ronaldo.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
On the bench.
Well, there you go. He was saving him for the Champions League.
Yeah.
Even though the league was in the balance.
Yeah, that is weird. Also, Carlos Tevez.
Who
Some
scored
unused
for
substitute.
who scored for United? Have we done that?
No, do you want to have a guess?
So Ronaldo on the bench.
Rooney.
Yeah, Rooney's the.
That's right. Yeah.
If Tevez and Ronaldo on the bench.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it, isn't it?
And the Chelsea team had that. Do you remember they had those Portuguese defenders? That was
Carvalho.
like
Ferreira, Carvalho,
Yeah.
Napasingwa actually didn't
Ferreira.
start, but
No?
Ferreira and Carvalho. Yeah.
Terry.
And
Cole.
somebody who's still in their squad to this day, despite the fact that was 12 years ago. Will you guess who that was?
Yeah. That's a check.
Yeah,
Stick.
he's still going. Fair play to him. What a record.
What a career.
But yeah. So that was what was at stake 12 years ago.
What's the stake now, Sean?
I don't know. 4th place.
That's being a bit presumptuous, isn't
Well,
it? I mean,
what-
fifth or sixth. maybe?
Oh right, sorry. I was being
Yeah.
optimistic apparently. But I mean, yeah. I mean, it's just not quite at the same.
No,
Quite
it's
at the same
not.
level.
It's not. I can't see United being able to leave Ronaldo on the bench these days for any game. Really.
Yeah. Man United just played earlier this week. Actually, pretty good result against PSG. And Chelsea have been shaky at best the past few games.
I don't know whether you boys saw it, but did I miss the Champions League trophy lift from United?
They decided to just give it to them after that
Yeah.
result, didn't they?
I must have missed it because the way that I've been hearing United fans was that this is iconic performance and game week 1 of the Champions League.
Well, last
against-
season Munich beat PSG to win the Champions League. So if you beat PSG,
That
you've
must
won the
be-
Champions
you
League,
win-
right?
oh, okay, so that's
Yeah.
how it works.
Sorry, is that not?
Have they not already won it? Because they beat PSG another time.
Oh
as
yeah,
well.
you're
Yeah.
right.
That's 2.
I know. I feel like you don't like this, Nick, because I bet you all over that performance. Like I bet you were like.
Yeah, it was alright. PSG weren't very good. I didn't think. I thought Wan-Bissaka was amazing, incredible. Do you know what? I think he'd actually be very good as a centre back. And I know he's not the tallest, but neither was like Fabio Cannavaro. Do you know what I mean? It's not like you can occasionally have them. I think if he was on the right side of a back 3, that would be the absolute perfect position for him because
United fans must be so stressed because it's literally just up and down constantly. Like last weekend, I saw a screenshot of a player, I think it was one of the new signings. He was on the bench and the scoreline was 1-1 against Newcastle. They left it late to win that. But the tweet was like, he deserves better than this. They went on to win that match. And now nobody's going to look back at that result and think, yeah, we won, but only barely. It's like you won the match. So that's like just like Spurs in the weekend. It's like from first half to second half.
Oh yeah.
It's like two different sides of the same person. I don't know. I think football is becoming more and more fickle. I think with every
100%. It's so polarised and it's so extreme where it's like either like these 2 teams are a good example. It's like you either have to have the opinion that they're both fraudulent managers who don't deserve to be there, or that they're both perfect for the role and like there's really building towards something. It's like just like with everything in football, reality is it's probably in the middle somewhere.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Like with everything, like do you know what I mean? Like it seems like with like the archetypal one, I suppose Messi, Ronaldo, isn't it? So many people have the idea that like one of them is 100% better than the other, and in fact, not only that, the other one is actually overrated and has been exposed by this, and this. Like,
well, I mean, like,
it's mental.
Yeah, you're right. Like Messi fans, for instance, actually hate Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Like every time he has a bad performance, like, well, there we go. I know. I told you
it.
all along. He's only good at penalties. That's all he does.
Well, that's it, isn't it? Yeah, like it's either Ronaldo's only good at penalties, and you know, is a hog and not a good team player. And Messi has never scored a goal for Argentina, never played well in international football, and was only good when Xavi and Iniesta were there, and he was completely carried. I mean, there's so extreme opinions, like, and it goes to every level. Like, I guarantee you go, you know, search some weird Facebook group about League Two, you'll see the similar things about the league. You know, it goes down to every level. It's that, and maybe shows like this fuel it. I don't know. I'm about to say. Let's get into it. Anyway, this is why Lampard's an absolute fraud.
No, but you on Chelsea though, you touched on it last week, and you were like, potentially that front three of Pulisic, Werner, Ziyech is better than the Spurs front three. I did see shoots of that. I thought I watched the Chelsea game. I thought Werner was electric. Finally, he's played through the middle. He's got service either side of him. He's got Havertz doing the dirty work behind. Like, it was brilliant.
They've signed so many people this summer. Surely, I'd say we might start, like you say.
They all make sense though. It's round pegs, round holes. It's like Chilwell looks good. All right, they paid 50 million for him, but you're not. It's not banned to spend 50 million on left back. I think he's totally overpriced.
They get team Matty Cashes for that, is it? Yeah, team Matty
Cashes for one Chilwell.
Yeah, Matty Cash again.
Well, it's got in for this man.
Yeah. Villa have literally won every single one of their games.
Yeah.
Do you know what
Do you know what the irony is? It's just the price. I love Matty Cash. Honestly, I loved him in the Championship. I thought he was quality for Forest. Yeah. Just the price tag winds me up. 20 million. Clearly worth it.
Of all the transfers, that's the one.
Yeah. Oh no, the Eni Martinez one ruined me as well. Just all Villa's business. It's been really good business, just overpriced.
Yeah.
I think Chelsea definitely looked vulnerable in transition on the break. Like, and also we saw last year when Solskjaer looked like he knew what he's doing was when he's had the counter-attack set up that worked against City and in a couple of other games. So yeah, could see it if he invite Chelsea on, sit deep.
All right, well, we can't end the show without finding out how the 4 to score challenge ended. Did Nick convert that header? Let's see.
1 to draw.
He's got it in him.
Oh!
Can't believe it! Oh my God, it went round.
That was ridiculous. The last one.
Absolute shambles.
Like a game of basketball.
It was so hard to just not knock it in as well.
Yeah.
Just sitting there.
I should have followed it in.
Yeah.
Like all good penalty takers.
Oh.
All right.
Does that mean Andy's won, I think?
Andy's won.
Yeah, 2-1. Congrats. All right, annoyingly, Andy has won again, so his smug streak will continue for another week. But thank you. That is all from us this week. Thank you for joining us on another episode of Dream Team Coach TV, brought to you by Betway. But until next week, good luck, and we'll see you next time.
Good luck.
I feel like I have to lean into this one.